Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are having a fabulous day so far. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kai. I'm a hairstylist and a makeup artist, and I do different product reviews and tutorials here on YouTube. Sometimes I do live videos. I also do live makeup videos over on Facebook, and you can check me out over on Instagram at stylesby_Kyle. If you are new, if you wouldn't mind to drop a comment below, #new, just so that I know that you're new and watching. And if you're watching live today, make sure that you comment and say hello so I can shout out and say hi to y'all. So for today's video, if you did not know, today is Trans Visibility Day, International Trans Visibility Day. So I figured in order to kind of honor that, we would do a fun video today where we do half male makeup contouring on one side of the face and half female makeup contouring on the other side of the face. A lot of people, when they're transitioning male to female or female to male, they will turn to makeup in order to make their features appear more masculine or more feminine as they're going through the process, and oftentimes even after they've had the change. So I thought it would be fun to do this today. I am going to go ahead and share out this video really quick over to my Facebook while we're getting started here. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's fabulous. Let's get this shared over really quick. All right, you guys, just give me 1 minute here. I'm just trying to get this shared over. Shout out and say hello if you're watching. I wonder if I can do this. Where's my thing? Okay, here. Oh, no. Sorry, you guys. This never goes as quickly as I feel like it's going to go, so I apologize. Okay, apparently, also, I'm having issues, so I don't know. Let's see what this does. I'm trying something new here really quick. I don't know how it's going to work or if it's going to work. Yes, perfect. Okay. All right. So we've got that shared over to Facebook now. So welcome. How's everybody doing today? If you're watching, make sure you shout out and say hi, and we will go ahead and get started here. Let me just close this out, get everything back on. Hi, Claire. How are you doing, darling? It's so good to see you. Hope you're wonderful. Okay. For some reason, I don't feel like my comments are coming up on my main page, but I think I can do, oh yes, they are. Okay. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this. So like I said, we're going to do male makeup contouring techniques on one side, female makeup contouring techniques on the other side. And we're doing this in honor of International Transgender Visibility Day. Such a mouthful. All right, so let's go ahead and start out with our base. So I am going to do a little bit of like a primer and foundation on both sides. Let me grab a primer here really quick. Excuse me while I get up in your face. I was able to get my video closer on YouTube today, which is really nice. My app, I was able to like zoom in my video. So that allows you guys to get up nice, close and personal and kind of see all the detail on what I'm doing today. I'm doing wonderful, Claire. I'm glad you're doing well today too. All right, so we're going to start out, and I'm just going to use some of the e.l.f. Poreless, or not e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer all over my face. This is just like a gripping makeup primer. So whether you are trying to do your makeup to look more masculine or look more feminine, I would always recommend 1, moisturizing your face, and 2, using some kind of a primer to make your makeup last throughout the day. We obviously don't want any of that makeup moving around once we've got it on our face, because we want all the contouring and stuff to stay in place. Just get this unspun. We want to make sure that we let that dry down a minute before we start to put all of our products on top of that. That's a really important step in doing your makeup, is allowing each layer of makeup to kind of dry down as you're applying it. It's just going to allow your makeup to sit better on top of each other and wear better throughout the day. I'm going to grab a fan really quick too, because I'm sure I'm going to need it. I always forget to get one when I start. Okay. So for the masculine side of our face, which we're going to do on the left side today, I am going to use a little bit of a tinted moisturizer. So when you're highlighting and contouring, even though we're trying to create like a masculine image on this side, and typically a lot of males don't wear foundation, you do need to have something that's like a transition shade between your highlight and your contour. Your contour is going to be a couple shades darker than your natural skin tone, and your highlight is going to be a couple shades lighter than the natural skin tone. But if you don't have something for them to blend into, it's going to be very obvious that you have all these highlight and contour shades all over your face. Have my primer and setting spray now. That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so I'm actually just going to use my hands to apply this, and I'm going to do it very lightly and just kind of concentrate it into the areas that I need it. So I know I'm going to be contouring kind of through my forehead quite a bit, around my cheek area, and around the jawline and chin area here. So this is a tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. I'm using the one in the shade 2W1. Then I'm just going to use my fingers to blend that out. This is going to give a really nice kind of application to the skin. It's just going to even everything out a little bit and give us something to work over. This is a nice product because it does have sunscreen in it, so it does help after the first couple hours of application to protect you from UV rays. Okay, so we're just kind of patting that into the skin all over. You want this to look very, very natural. It's not really there to like cover anything up. It's just to give us a product to work everything else into, as I said before. All right, so next we want to come in with our other side for foundation. So on the side that I want to look more female, I'm going to use something that's very full coverage because, hang on, let me grab it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, dang it, I just lost a cap. Okay, so I'm going to use something that's very full coverage because on this side, since my face structure is already male, I'm going to have to work a lot harder to cover it up. Now, luckily, my face is really neither like very masculine structure or very feminine structure. It's a little bit softer for a male face as far as like my jawline goes and kind of the structure of my cheekbone area. It's a little bit more round and soft, which works to my advantage when I'm trying to make my face look more feminine. And then the masculine side, obviously it can be angled up and made to look a little bit more masculine. So on my female side, I'm going to make sure that I use really high coverage foundation. Today I'll be using the Tarte face tape, and I'm going to use two different shades. One of them is the shade 35N and the other one is the shade 29N. I'm just going to mix these two together because I'm kind of in between the two at the moment. So it'll give me a really nice shade match for me right now. I'm just going to do one pump of each of those, kind of dot it together with my finger here. And then I'm just going to use my finger to apply this around my face. Now on this side, I want to get really nice full coverage pretty much everywhere because we want to create that really nice, soft, smooth, supple looking skin, because that's what we think of when we think of a female's face. Everything is very soft and very perfect, or at least that's the goal. Oops, a little bit over my middle line there. Okay, and on this side, I'm going to use a brush to blend this out. This is from the BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes Brunch Bunch collection. I believe this is the number 2 or number 3 brush from that collection, but it's just like a flat foundation brush, and it's kind of angled. So now we're just going to come in and we're going to stipple out this foundation all over the face here. Well, not all over, not all over, but on this whole half of the face. LOL, I wish, Claire says. Don't we all, girl? So I said, well, that's the goal anyway. Create this really nice, soft, beautiful, supple skin. I'm actually really excited for this. I think it's going to be really fun to kind of see the contrast of the two next to each other. And I just thought that this would be a really useful YouTube video to have out there. There's a lot of people that are transitioning, or it's difficult and takes them a long time, or they might not ever be able to fully transition because it's very costly. And so this is always these are good tricks to give you more of that face structure that you're looking for. Okay, so now we've got half our face with a full coverage foundation, half of our face with a tinted moisturizer. So now we're going to start to come in and do our contouring effects. So on my feminine side here, I really want to create kind of a stark contrast. And with a more feminine face, you're kind of highlighting more in this area of the face. Whereas with a masculine face, you tend to highlight more through here and kind of along the chin and jawline area. It helps to give this more forward rounded shape to the face on the feminine side to kind of highlight in this area. Typically females are a little bit smoother through the forehead. They don't have as prominent of a brow bone, and then they're softer through the jawline and through the cheek area. Been busy making rabbit basket for my friends' nursing home so they can all have an Easter treat in them. That is so sweet. I love that. How kind of you. Just reminded me of My Fair Lady. How kind of you to let me come. Okay, so we're going to be using some of the Tarte Shape Tape concealers on this side as well. I do have 3 different shades here. One of them is the 35N in the Ultra Creamy Concealer. And then I also have 29N in the original formula and also 20B Light. Oh, and I have 22B Light Beige. So we're going to kind of use these to create a layered effect for our contour. I always think that layering colors and layering products is going to give you a more natural effect. So I'm first going to use one that's really close to my skin tone, just underneath the eye here on our feminine side. And I'm going to be using this little angled concealer brush from Real Techniques to blend that out. So I'm just going to use little pouncing motions to blend all of that out. This concealer, it's supposed to be neutral, but I do feel like it has a slightly yellow undertone, which is actually really nice if you have purple discoloration underneath of your eyes. It'll kind of help to even everything out and make it look more neutral. Okay, so now that we have that covered up, we're looking nice and lightened up underneath the eye there. Then we're going to come in with a more brightening shade of this concealer. So we're going to pick up 29N. And this time I'm going to bring this kind of from the corner of the eye down the side of the nose here. I'm going to come right in my laugh line there. I'm going to do a little bit of this on the outer corner of the eye to create more of a lifted appearance there. And also kind of across my cheekbone here to create more of that lifted appearance. I'm also going to come in right here across the forehead because that's going to help to kind of even out that dip of my brow bone there. And then I always do a little bit down the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and right over the Cupid's bow on our feminine side. And then I'll do a little bit in the center of the chin here, just to bring that forward. Made 15 now, doing some chicks for the kids and some more rabbits, all having an Easter treat, looking so cute. That's so adorable. I love that so much. Okay, so now we're just going to come in and blend all of this out. So through the forehead here, and again, just using little stippling motions, and I'm just using the same concealer brush that we used earlier. Just making sure everything is well blended. I'm really trying my hardest to keep these two sides separated. I'm going to kind of connect those concealers together on this side. It's just going to help to brighten and lift all through the center of the face there. And the key on the feminine side is you want to kind of blend everything up and out because it's going to give you this really nice lifted appearance to the face. And gives it that more kind of feminine angle to it, if you will. Okay, so now let's come over on this side and let's do our more masculine highlighting. So on our masculine side, let me grab a different concealer here really quick too, because I need something a little less coverage. Did not plan ahead here, I guess. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, sorry. So on our more masculine side, we're going to be using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. So this is more of a natural buildable coverage concealer. It's very creamy, so it blends out very easily. So on our masculine side, in order to make us appear more masculine, you want to come in right above the brow bone here and highlight that area because typically on a male that protrudes a little bit more. We also want to highlight right through the top of the forehead. On the bridge of the nose, I'm going to highlight all the way down, basically, to make that very straight appearing. And then on the lip here, we want to highlight the little philtrum. So that whole area right there. And then I'm going to highlight larger and farther out on my chin side here because we want to give this a more squared, wider appearance. And then we're also going to highlight right here this area right here and slightly on top of the cheekbone. And then I'm also going to highlight this little area along my jawline. And I'm going to create like a little angular shape right there. Okay. And then we'll just blend that out with our same brush here. I'm going to wipe it off on my legs so I get all that heavy coverage concealer off of here. All right. So then just using the little stippling motions, we're going to blend all of this out. And you'll see this how this concealer is a little bit more natural coverage. It is going to highlight really well because of the shade that we used, but it's not going to look as much like makeup. And if you feel like you're having trouble blending things out, you can always come in with a finger and just kind of pat over it. And the warmth of your finger is going to help to warm up that product. Okay. We'll get this little area here. You really want to kind of leave the eye looking more sallow on the male side. And the female side is really all about like brightening that area around the eye. If you're watching live today, make sure you drop a comment and say hello. I always like to say hi to you guys when you are on and watching live. I'm trying not to move this around a whole lot. Keep it kind of very precise, and same thing with the nose here. I just want to keep that right on top of that bridge and on the tip of the nose. Okay, And then the other spot that we want to highlight, hi babe, hi Regina, how y'all doing today? It's so good to see you. Hope everybody's doing fabulous. Thank you so much for joining today. All right, so what I want to do now is come in and highlight my Adam's apple on this side. So that's one of the things that a lot of people probably don't think about doing makeup with, but you can kind of make it appear that you have more of an Adam's apple if you're trying to make your skin or your face look more masculine. So you just want to take that same highlighting concealer shade, and I already have an Adam's apple here, so it's kind of easy for me to pinpoint where it should be. But if you go about 2 fingers below the bottom of your chin there, or underneath your chin, about 2 fingers below that is where the Adam's apple should be. So on the male side, I'm going to put a little dot of that lighter concealer. And actually, I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. And that'll look a little crazy for a minute until we come in and contour around it, but it's just helping to brighten that area a little bit. I have a terrible lag. You're saying a full sentence before sound catches up. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know how to fix that. And I don't know if it's doing it. Is everybody having a lag on the sound? Because that's really frustrating. If you are, I apologize. Okay, so now let's come in and work on our contour. So for contour, I'm going to be using the Morphe Dimension Effect Contour Stick. This one is in the shade Effect 14. So on the female side, again, we want to create all of these really soft, rounded shapes. So we want to contour the cheekbone here in this really beautiful kind of U shape, kind of angling out towards the mouth line. I'm also going to contour my jawline, and I'm going to make it look a little bit more soft and rounded. So I'm going to come right over the angular edge of my jaw. And then I'm going to contour the side of my chin here, kind of more inward. I also like to do right above my lip a little bit to make it look more pouty. On the female side here, we're going to contour just along the bridge of the nose, and then I'm going to contour the tip of the nose as well. And on the male side, I'm going to contour all the way from the eyebrow straight down the side of the nose. We also are going to bring this up underneath the eyebrow. So in comparison, on the female side, we typically highlight the brow area. On the male side, we want to contour it. I'm also going to contour this little dip in the temple here. And for the cheek on a male, you want to bring this very angular. So men have almost like this right angle in their face right here. So you want to bring it straight out from the hairline about to the bottom of the cheek. And then you want to bring it down on an angle towards the chin and kind of wrap that around the chin there. I'm also going to do my jawline, but I'm going to make it very angular. We're going to do a straight line down and then a straight line over so that it creates this kind of corner on the jaw, as opposed to this side where we brought it up higher and made it really soft and round. And then on the feminine side here, we're going to contour all along the edge of the forehead and kind of right above the temple there. And on the male side, it's going to be a really strange contour shape because we want to create that prominent brow bone. So you're going to kind of come up and out this way with the contour, and it's going to make this seem a little bit more protruded as with a male face. And then this really wants to come and like drag down this way with the male contour as well. Okay, so now we want to blend all of this out. I'm going to use a sponge to blend this out, slightly dampened, not wet, not dripping, but these are really do a really beautiful job of blending out your contour and take a lot of the work out of it. So let's just come in and start blending all of those areas out. I'm excited to see these next to each other, like side by side, the completed male contour and the completed female contour. I think it'll just be interesting to see how much it actually changes your face shape. Oh, I also forgot to do the area under my lip on the male side. So on the male side, you kind of want to make a downward contour off the middle of the lip there. Okay, so back to blending. Oh, I guess I should finish the female side first. And then we'll go back over to the male side. Actually, for my nose, I'm going to grab a different brush to blend that out. I'm going to use this one from the BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes Brunch Bunch collection. This is the small buffing brush from that collection. We're going to try to, I can't really see myself here without holding the mirror up. And I got to keep my hair up out of the way. So we're just going to try to blend that out and see how that goes. Pretty good. Not bad. Okay, now we'll come in and blend out our male side over here. Oh, I forgot to blend this out, I guess. I'm going to go back over to our little buffing brush here and just kind of use little buffing motions to blend all of that together. And then we'll get around the eye here. And down the nose. Okay. Okay, so now we have all of our cream contour and our cream highlighting done. So now we're going to come in and we're going to set our face down with powder. And let me grab a powder here really quick. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Is this an old one? Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to use my little sponge here to apply my powder today because I am going to really use this to kind of contour and highlight our face. So just going to build that up onto my sponge there. On the female side, we're going to come in and highlight along the side of the nose and all underneath the eye area, all across the cheekbone. We're going to get right here and kind of all around the mouth area. And then we're going to come in right underneath of our contour over here. And we're going to kind of round this one out a little bit. Same thing along the edge of the jaw, making this look really kind of soft and rounded on this side. And then, of course, all through the middle of the forehead. I'm sorry, there's a lag, you guys. That's super annoying. I don't know how to fix that. Okay. And then for our male side, basically we want to come in and set down like anywhere we did with concealer. So we want to get right above the brow bone and right on the center of the forehead here. All across that area of the chin, right through this area. And out here. And again, I want to create this more angular shape on this side. And then also kind of cut out along that shape that we created. 12-second lag. That is terrible. I should have just done this on Facebook today. Today's usually my YouTube posting day. So I was like, I'll do YouTube live today. I thought we were starting to get the issues sorted out, but apparently not. Oh, I forgot to contour around my Adam's apple there too. So we want to come in and create this little rounded shape right here. It's going to create that shadow of the Adam's apple. Just blending that out. And then on this side, we'll just drag this all kind of down the neck a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to come in with a powder brush and remove all of our excess powder. Maybe. Where is everything today? Okay, so powder brush. And we're just going to use little circular motions to blend everything out. Okay, so then finally we're going to come in and we're basically going to accentuate all those same areas with powdered contour. So I think that doubling up your contour, layering a powder and a cream contour is always going to give you the most payoff out of your contour. And obviously, if we're trying to change the shape of our face, we want to have as much of that payoff as possible. So we're going to come into the contour powder kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I wish there was a way that I could like pause the video and then like play it again, but there's not. I wonder. Okay, sorry. I was trying to see if I could do anything to correct that, but it doesn't appear that I can. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on. So we're going to grab the middle shade on here. This is my contour shade, the one I always use. So we'll go ahead and do our female side first really quick. So we're just going to come in and accentuate all those areas that we contoured before. So on this side, again, we want to create really nice kind of soft, rounded shapes. And we want everything to have kind of an upward flick to it. Coming right off the corner of the eye here. I should have just brought that concealer all over the eye. We'll put something over that in a minute. It's going to go kind of upward and outward off the corner of the eye there. Come in around the hairline. I'm going to look down into my mirror here for just a second. And then along the jawline here, and again, trying to create a softer, more rounded shape on this side. And then right along the edge of the chin there. And then we'll come in and do our nose with a separate brush. I can find it. I know I put it in here today specifically for this video, so it's got to be here. Here we are. It's the Morphe x James Charles E62 nose contour brush. Using that same shade. Contour right over my little hump there to make that look more straight. I'm going to do underneath the tip of the nose, along the edge of the nose here. And on this side, I'm going to do right above the tip of the nose to give me kind of that more upturned looking nose. On the and then I'm going to do right above my lip here, very lightly, and right under my lip, very lightly. Okay, then we'll come over on our male side. So I'm going to go back to my larger brush. And we're just going to do the same thing over here, going over all those same areas that we contoured earlier. So I want to get this little area right above my brow bone and kind of out off the side of the head there. Right here. I want to come in straight across here and then right down the side of the face here, underneath the jaw. And then over here, we want to create that more angular shape to the jaw. Hi, Carrie. How you doing, love? Multitasking, watching you, making a chick basket and having a coffee. Looking fab already. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. And then this little area off the side of the chin there. And then you can always come back in with your powder brush if you feel like you've got any kind of heavy areas. And just kind of dust over that a little bit. If you need to, you can pick up some extra setting powder. Just going to grab what's in the cap here. And dust over that one more time. And that'll just help to soften and blend everything together. Okay. And then we want to do our nose on this side as well. So I need to come in right all the way down the side of the nose. And get this little corner behind the nose. Kind of feather this all outward. And then right underneath the brow. Okay, so now we've powder contoured both sides of our face there. So now the next thing we want to do is do a powder highlight so that we get that contrast. Finally finished coding, Carrie says. Well, so happy to hear that for you. I know how much of a headache that can be. All right, so for our highlight shade, I'm going to use this little brush. This is actually like a little blush brush from Ulta Beauty. Excuse me. But it's small and fluffy, so it's good for applying like a matte highlight shade. I'm going to do a mixture between this pinky shade and this yellow shade here. I'm just going to mix them together. And we will accentuate all of the highlight shades on each side of our face now. So on our female side, we want to do all along the side of the nose, all along the cheekbone, really making all of this area look very lifted and soft. And then we want to come in basically all around the mouth, really make this look soft and kind of stand out more. Got a photo shoot with hedgehogs tomorrow. So excited for cuteness. I would be so excited about that too. I love animals. He's my favorite. Okay, and then we're going to come right underneath of where our contour is on this side. And again, creating that really lifted upward shape along the jawline. And then we also want to come all through the center of the forehead right here. This feels so weird doing half of my face. I'll put photos on Instagram when I'm done. I can't wait to see them. And then I'm also going to highlight the brow bone on this side and the inner corner of the eye, because I really want to brighten all of those areas on our feminine side. And then on our masculine side, I'm just going to get this little area right here. We're going to get all along the chin right here. Right along the edge of the jawline on this side. And again, I'm wanting to create more of like an angle on this side. I'm not taking it quite up as far, and I'm not bringing it through the center of the cheek here because I want that kind of hollow, sallow look to the cheek. And I want to keep this shadow right here between my chin and my jawline. And then we're also going to do this little spot at the top of the forehead. Look well different each side. Yeah, I mean, it's going to look crazy. I mean, it's really starting to like, you're starting to see all of the differences in the contouring shapes and how it like accentuates the different features. And we really want to get right here above the brow bone. And I am going to do just a little bit of like light makeup with this so you guys can kind of see the difference. So like I'll fill in the brows. I'll do a little bit of lip gloss or something on the feminine side just so it kind of pulls it all together. Okay, and then we also need to do our nose, but I want a more precise brush for that. So I'm going to use this one. This is from the Morphe Times Jaclyn Hill collection. It's a JH40 brush, just a little natural hair fiber brush. And we're going to come in and highlight the nose. So on the female side, I want to highlight right at the top of the bridge. Right on the tip of the nose. And then right here, along the bridge of the nose. It didn't notify me immediately either. I don't know why. Even though I have notifications turned on YouTube, didn't tell me you were live. See, I feel like I was having issues with it like getting live today too. On this side, we're going to come all the way down the bridge of the nose. What was I saying? Oh, it was like taking forever to like actually go live today after I hit the go live button. And then I had to refresh it. So I'm wondering if that's part of the issue with the comments and stuff today. as well. I'm not sure. Technology is not my friend, I've decided. Okay, and then I also forgot to do on our masculine side, I'm going to contour this little area right here to make this dip a little more prominent. And on our female side, I'm going to do the opposite and highlight that dip so that it kind of flattens it out. Just kind of blending that all up into there. Okay, starting to come together. I'm also going to take a little bit of the highlight shade right along the edge of my jaw right here, just to really soften out, because I do have that kind of natural male structure right here to my face where this is already kind of prominent on me. So I'm just using that highlight shade to make it a little less obvious. Grab a bigger brush, actually. Okay, it's looking good so far, y'all. I'm loving this. Just want to kind of see here. This is our masculine side versus our feminine side. Oh, it fixed it. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, let me see here. Are you doing a Victoria? Yeah, so I'm basically doing male contour makeuping on one side and female contour makeup on the other side. So if you all aren't aware, today is International Transgender Visibility Day. And so in honor of that, I thought that it would be fun to do this half male, half female makeup techniques routine, because a lot of people, when they're transgendering, when they're transitioning, they turn to makeup in order to look more male or more female. So I thought this would be a fun kind of video to do today. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm pretty happy with how all of this looks. So normally my next step here, actually let's do brows before we do anything else. Let me grab an eyebrow product here. Okay, so on my male side for the brow, we obviously want it to be a little bit more fuller, more of a boxy kind of squared off shape. And we want it to look really natural, because obviously most men don't fill in their eyebrows. If they're lucky, they pluck them at the minimum. So, hi, Yvette. How are you today, darling? Hope you're doing fabulous. Where's my mirror? Okay, so we're going to take our Laura Mercier. This is the eyebrow pencil in the shade Blonde. And I'm just going to comb through my brows on both sides really quick. So on the male side, I'm literally just going to come in and do little hair-like strokes to kind of shape out the brow. I'm going to kind of shade in my arch on the bottom here, so it's not quite so rounded. And then on the top here, I'm basically just going to create a straight line from the front of the brow to the edge of the brow. And then in the front here, I'm going to do those little kind of upward hair-like strokes so it looks more natural and a little more fluffy, if you will. Okay, then we'll just brush through that with our spoolie. Okay, so then on our more female side here, cool, I've been sharing posts about making period terminology gender neutral. Not every woman has periods, and not everyone who has periods is a woman. Yes, I agree with that. They should definitely do that. We definitely have a long ways to go as far as being inclusive as far as gender goes. Okay, sorry, I just saw a little spot I needed to touch up there. So on our female side, obviously we want to create more of a soft, rounded, kind of arched look to the brow. We want to be very, very, very soft in the front here. And just kind of follow the natural shape of the arch there. I'm going to pull the tail of my brow down a little bit more on this side to kind of accentuate that arch shape. I'm going to leave the front of the brow very, very natural, and then really kind of exaggerate the peak of the brow here. And then on our female side, I'm going to use a concealer product to clean up underneath the eye. I'm going to be using the Benefit Brow Contour Pro, and I'm going to be using the definer shade in here, which is basically just a concealer pencil. Regina, I thought that you would appreciate how close I am to the camera today. Okay, and let me grab a brush to blend that out. I'm going to use this one from the Morphe A Better World collection. Just come in and soften all of that out. Got a little bit of that in my eyebrow. I'll have to clean that up here in just a second. It's amazing how much something as simple as an eyebrow shape can completely change the look of your eye. I do indeed love seeing your face closer. Your lighting is good too. Well, yes, we can all thank Miss Carrie for that. Helping me out with my lighting setup. Chick is made on the last chick now. Waiting for the third for that Anastasia pencil to go on sale. Girl, me too. I've been using that Laura Mercier pencil here more often lately because I've been out of the Anastasia pencil, and I was going to order it a couple weeks ago, and then I saw that it was on one of the beauty steals for the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. So now I'm waiting to get it. Oh, and yeah, let me just tell you how upset I am with Sephora right now, okay? So y'all know I'm not like the hugest Sephora fan anyway, because the first time I ever ordered from them, it just was not a wonderful experience. It took forever for my products to get here, and I did not get the samples that I had asked for, and my tracking did not update accordingly, so I was just not impressed. And I worked for Ulta and all that good stuff, so I'm an Ulta lover anyway. So I got a thing in the mail the other day that I had been pre-approved for a Sephora credit card. Well, of course, I had to go ahead and get it because it's makeup, right? So I went ahead and applied for the card, and I got approved for it or whatever because I was pre-approved. Oh my God, lag keeps catching up then crapping out. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm connected to my appropriate internet and everything, so it should be working fairly well today, but you know, it's just not my friend. It's just not my friend ever. The technology, it doesn't like me. So anyway, I went ahead and I applied for their card, and I got approved for a $400 credit limit, which was awesome. Yay, I can go buy things at Sephora. And when you got approved, you got a 15% off discount on your first order. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my card. They gave me like a little temporary card that's like saved to my profile so that I can use it until my card gets here and all this stuff. So so side note on Sephora, we're going to throw a little bit of shade at them as well right now, because Ulta Beauty does their 21 days of beauty and has been doing it for a while and has it going on right now. Well, Sephora basically came up and ripped this idea out from underneath of Ulta Beauty and started their own 21 days of beauty. It's the same exact thing. They don't call it anything different, whatever. So I was on their website yesterday, and even their beauty steals, the items that they have on sale, are exactly the same as Ulta's. I was like, y'all can't even try to like change it up a little bit. Like, it's an exact like day for day replica sales over on Sephora as it is over on Ulta Beauty. So anyway, that's that other thing. So anyway, so I was like, yes, I'm going to go use my 15% off since we're throwing shade. YouTube sucks right now. Yeah, well, all the Facebook's been giving me trouble. YouTube's giving me trouble. They all hate me, apparently. So anyway, I had to, I was going to go use my little 15% off of my first purchase and use my temporary card or whatever. So I went through their site, put all this stuff in my basket. They had some beauty steals going on. I added a couple of those to my cart. They had some stuff on sale I've been wanting to try. So I get about $200 worth of stuff in my cart. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get my 15% off, whatever. So I get through all the process, go to checkout, and it says, for security reasons, we can't allow you to use your temporary card to check out. What did you even give me the temporary card for then if I can't use it? Like, what good is it if I can't make a purchase with it? I guess I could go use it in store, but I have to drive like 30 minutes to get to the closest Sephora, and I don't feel like doing all that. Like, how rude. I was so upset, very disappointed. So now I have a cart full of stuff on Sephora's website waiting for me to purchase it. Ulta's where it's at. I'm telling you, they have their ish together, okay? Sephora does not. They do not. I've only shopped there 2 times now, and both times I've had a horrible experience. So, And the only time I've shopped there the first time is because they had a Sephora exclusive blow dryer, my blue Dyson, that I had to have. So they're not impressing me very much. Okay, what are we doing next? So we just did eyebrows, we've done our highlighting, we've done our contouring. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of bronze and a little bit of blush, because obviously we have makeup on now. We do, yes, we do need to bring back some of those tones back into our face. So let's pop over into the Hula matte bronzer from Benefit. So this is a really good bronzer, whether you're trying to go more masculine or more feminine, because it is a matte bronzer. It's buildable, and the shade of it is just really nice. So for our male side, we just want to be very minimal. We want to do kind of natural placement where we would get a little bit of tan. So basically, along the top of the forehead here, we want to do the high points of the face. Oh, what is that? A little bit of white powder. Down the bridge of the nose. Over the top of the cheekbone. And through the center of the face here. And that's also going to help everything to just kind of blend together a little bit better. Okay. Then on our female side, we're basically going to do the same thing, because bronzer, where you get tan, is kind of the same on both sides. It's over the high points of the face. And then for blush, on our female side, actually, let's do our male side first. On the male side, we're going to use this one out of the Morphe, this is the M8 Medium Vibes Face Palette. And this one's more of like a neutral color. It's a peach, so it's not like super bright and super punchy. We would just want to do the littlest bit of this. So we want to really kind of concentrate this right on the high point of the cheekbone on this side of the face, which seems like a really weird place to put it because you feel like you're almost sticking it up in your eyeball. But that's kind of like where the sun hits and gives you that color. Also want to come in and do like right on that brow bone, top of the forehead there, and then over the high points of the face. And again, just very, very light with this on the male side. We're using that really peachy blush, so it just looks really natural. Kind of blends everything together. On the female side, I'm going to mix both of these together. We're going to use a little bit of the pinky one and a little bit of the peach one. The pink one has a little bit of shimmer in it. They probably do it because some people would be so excited about their new products they'd buy anyway, even without them, even with the mess ups. You know, other companies do similar. Some clients will pay anyway. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I don't do bad customer service. I worked in customer service for too long to tolerate bad customer service. Like, there's no reason for it. Okay, so on the feminine side here, we're going to apply this kind of on the apple of the cheek first, and then we're going to really sweep this out and up across the cheekbone there. And then we'll also take a little bit of this through the high points of the face as well. Big companies prey on the board, LOL. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Okay, and then all we have left to do is I'm going to put a little bit of like lip something on this side, and I'm going to do a little bit of highlight on this side. And then on our masculine side, one of the things that you can do to very easily help yourself look more masculine is to create facial hair. So the best way to do this is to use some kind of an eyebrow pencil. You'll probably want to use several colors, all within the shade of your natural hair. And I'm just going to come in and I'm going to start creating little dots. And you want to concentrate these right on the upper lip area here. And kind of right along the chin. And I think it's easiest if you use like an eyebrow pencil that's not a liquid, like it's a regular pencil. You've lost some gems. Yes, I have. I did not. I should have, like, I just used sticky gems and put them on the back of it, which when I was doing it, I was like, this is probably not a good idea because they're probably all going to fall off of here. And I was like, I should probably be using like super glue or something to put them on there. But I also was not sure how much I was going to love it once I was done with it. So I was kind of experimenting, and you know, it is what it is. Someday I'll pay somebody to make me a really fabulous, like, Swarovski crystal encrusted mirror. Okay, let me grab another pencil here. This is the Brow Stylus Definer in dark blonde from L'Oreal Paris. And again, we're just going to do the same thing, little dots. And then I actually have a liquid freckle product that we're going to use as well. And these are the Lottie London Freckle Tint. And basically, you're just going to kind of dot these on and then pat over it with your finger. Oops, I just got all over my hand. Okay, so now that gives you that little bit of like a 5 o'clock shadow appearance around that part of the face. I second that, Carrie Ann. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's so crazy because I'm like looking over here now and I can see how far behind this video is. I can't hear it, so I don't know how bad the lag is with the words and stuff, but okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of highlighting on this side of my face here with like an actual highlighter. Use this tapered highlighting brush from Ulta Beauty, and I'm going to use this highlighter out of the Morphe M8 Medium Vibes highlighting palette. That's Chick Basket done. Can't get over how different each side looks. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to like take pictures of the two side by side. Ooh, I don't know how I'm going to highlight half of my nose here, but we'll try. Okay. And then let me grab a lip gloss. We'll just throw something on really quick here. I'm just going to do this because it's in front of me. It's the e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade, have no idea, Mint Chocolate. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I am going to go ahead and grab a little bit of my bronzer shade and just play up my eye a little bit on my feminine side just to give it a little bit more shape, because obviously eye makeup makes a big difference when you're trying to look more feminine. Wing this out a little bit on the outer corner and give us a little bit of that lifted shape, and I'll throw on a little bit of mascara because obviously those are also ways to make yourself look more feminine. I'm just going to use a little bit of the brightening shade out of this Morphe palette on my eyelid here. Really pull that out and forward. Okay, and then we'll pop a little bit of mascara on and we'll be done, y'all. I think this was a really fun project to do today, or makeup look to do today. Let's use this one. I've not used this in a minute. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Sending my best friend on Sunday for the first time. Oh, seeing my best friend on Sunday for the first time since August, trying to think of some positive vibes to distract from the shitness of YouTube. Well, that sounds awesome. Hope you guys have a fabulous visit. It's always nice to see friends after a long time. I think this mascara has a weird smell to it. I didn't notice it the first time I used it, but it appears to. All right, everyone. I think we are pretty much done. I am going to go ahead and hit this with some setting spray really quick just to keep everything in place. Fan it down. It's hard. Only do one side. Do you finish the eye and have to stop yourself going over to the other side? Yes. And earlier when I was like doing my different contouring and stuff, it was hard not to go side to side because that's how I usually do my makeup. And it's funny because some people do, like, when they do their eye makeup, they do one complete eye and then they do the other one. I've never been that kind of person. I always do like the same step on each side as I'm going. Personal preference, though. Will you be putting the pics on Facebook, please? Yes, I absolutely will be putting the pictures on Facebook. Let's go ahead and do our little side-by-side comparison here really quick. So here's our male side. And then here's our female side. It's crazy what a difference makeup makes, you guys. Like, it really just blows my mind how much you can do to like trick the eye with makeup. I think that this was really fun. Macy has been putting on her pink lips today. That is so sweet. I love it. All right. So I thought this was a really fun thing to do today. I appreciate y'all joining me. I hope that you found this video somehow entertaining or helpful in some way. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do that so that you can get notified when I post new content or go live. Also, go check me out over on Facebook under the name Kai Styles and over on Instagram at @stylesby_Kyle. I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your evening. And until I see you next time, remember to be true to yourselves, be kind to one another, and most importantly, be beautiful. I love you all. I will see you in the next one. Have a fabulous day.